The road, carrying hard and bubbly smile, lifting up the load. Every friend all year, with a spark and it's bringing near. Head shoulders show, sailing wide, oceans calling true. Travel far to explore, travel far, discover more. Seas that sparkle blue, cruising waves with breeze in hair, trail without a map. Mom and family side by side, take another lap. Oh, my land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love we'll always go. Oh, my land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free and never be the same. Family ties that never break, love that leads the way. In your arms we find the strength, rocking every day. Smiles that shine on rainy days, through the fog and mist. In your warmth, our hearts are held. Feel that gentle kiss. Oh, like a land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love we'll always go. Oh, like a land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free, never be the same. Mountains high and valleys low, through it all you stand. Anchor strong in stormy seas, steady as the land. Memory of every trip, laughter on the breeze. With you, life's an endless ride, always here to please.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate. How is everybody doing tonight? I just thought I'd pop on for a little bit. We can share what happened with our day. I have a little bit of trivia questions I made for last week and never used, so maybe we'll do a little of that. Show you what I got. Okay. Check who's in chat, and then we'll see who's in the basement. We had Joe in here a little early. Merry Christmas, Joe. We got Roxanne saying hi to everybody. Joe said he had a fairly quiet Christmas so far, kept a low profile to keep myself grounded and calm. That's always a good idea. Ours was pretty quiet for the most part. It can get a little silly when I have both my kids together, but got Danny in here. Danny said I had a good Christmas, got a couple of Lego onesies, Chicago Bears and Chicago Blackhawks, a hoodie of the lake I live near, and a stepstone painting kit. That sounds cool. And money for my uncle got yesterday. did made up pretty good there. And who we got in the basement? Any guesses? Anybody? Of course it's Roxy.
Hello.
Of course it's Roxy. She's in the chat.
It's always me. Got nothing else to do.
Me either. It's either go live or go to bed.
That's it.
Still kind of the half turkey coma going on. We ate late because my turkey decided to be slow. It cooked really, really good for a while, and then it's like I checked it, and it's like, oh, it's almost done. It's almost done. Okay, I better get the potatoes boiled and mashed. I better get the carrots cooked. And suddenly the potatoes and the carrots were done, and it's like sticking the meat thermometer in, and it's going, not quite there. You were almost there an hour ago. What the heck? So I cranked it up a little bit and put this stuff, the potatoes and carrots aside, and had it on the side of the stove to keep warm. And I think we ate about 6:30-ish. It's oops. My cousin and uncle are here, and little bro is here. They leave Saturday. Tomorrow we're going to see lights at night. Big bro and his sister-in-law are on their honeymoon now, so it's odd to not have them there. Yeah, when you're used to having people there and suddenly they're not there. That's the thing. When there's families expand and there's holidays. Well, I don't usually see the one I call my adopted child on Christmas anyways, but he usually calls. He called this morning. He was on his way to Hamilton to spend Christmas with his girlfriend's family. And they spent Christmas with his family last year. So it's like, oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, I stayed at home.
With the other two, well, my oldest just went through a divorce, so there's no other family to go to at the moment. And my youngest, his girlfriend, her family, kind of a little estranged. I don't know. So we're just one little small family, but it's nice. It's quiet. It's not hectic and a bunch of kids. I was talking to somebody today, and they go, "Oh, we got 8 people here plus a little one." And it's like, the only little one here is the cat. Go see cute picture of those that have me on Facebook, and my profile picture. My 2 kids and the cat's kind of sitting looking at my oldest, like, what's going on? And they were watching something on the TV. Hopefully next year we'll be in Chicago for Christmas. Well, there's usually snow in Chicago, eh? At least there was a few weeks ago. I'm not going there. This time next year, you'll be flying to Brisbane for the Ducks New Year's Eve cruise from Brisbane to Cairns, Early Beach, and back to Brisbane. Yeah, all those places. So last night, for Christmas Eve, went over to my cousin. Well, her husband lives in the States, so when she's back from her nursing up north, she stays with her husband. So they had Christmas Eve, and it was myself, my aunt, my cousin's dad and his wife, her son, her daughter, and her husband, and then a friend from here and her son that they've been friends for years, and then another guy from their community. So it was like 10 of us. So we played a game, and I got a gift bag from Santa that had some things in it, and then they played a game. They had solo cups with bows underneath, and you had to pick them up, and it's like a memory game. I had to match the bows. I won a couple things there. I got a Terry's chocolate confection snowball and a juicy black cherry candle. I won the prizes on that. And then in my gift bag, it was supposed to be like a stocking, I got a Terry's chocolate orange. I've had one of those for a while. One of those little candy cane things or Reese's Pieces.
Yum.
A shower cream and body butter from the Body Shop. And it's almond milk and honey. A little mini lint roller, which I could have used that. I had to find my old big one. I was holding the cat before I left, and I was wearing a black sweater, and I was all covered in cat hair. And then I got this little keychain clip-on thing. It looks like a little owl. You can put like coins in it. What is this? Coconut lip mask. And it's got a little tool that you put it on with. Like, interesting. And then I got a necklace. It's got a little shell with a pearl in it.
Well, that's pretty.
It says paradise, then underneath says sunshine and ocean breeze. Leave your worries under the palm trees. It's kind of pretty. So that was last night's haul. Well, then my oldest came in. Big, huge bag. Huge gift bag. And I'm like, the heck is in there? They asked a couple of weeks ago for, suggestions, and I rhymed off a few. So when I opened the big gift bag, inside was a new carry-on, a hard-sided one. It comes with two packing cubes too.
Oh, I like that idea.
It's got the extension thing, or the extendable thing. It's got the 4 wheels. And then, oops. Let's see what's inside.
Did it have a ticket to a cruise in it?
No. You gotta learn that where the handle is needs to go on the bottom side. And I also suggested that I would like to get one of the BlendJet personal blender things.
Snow blenders?
No, you could do your own little smoothie or whatever in there.
Oh, the ones that you just
And
not a ninja, but it's a cup in its own. Yeah.
you can recharge it. It's got a little thing where you plug in there. I washed it out. I gotta let it dry out. Like that doesn't belong in there. That was just wearing that downstairs.
Hello, Scott.
And the bottom side here, where it's got the little straps, it's got 2 packing cubes, and it's got little clips on the side where they clip in. And
I've
then
never seen them clip in before.
neither have I. And then on the other side here, hey Scott, was all my stocking stuff. I got little marshmallow bananas. That's kind of got into those. Little licorice nibs. Peanut M&Ms. I don't know what this is. Tylenol muscle and body pain. Some Band-Aids. Here's a thing of a pack of batteries. You always need batteries for something. I got about 2 chocolate bars and 2 packs of turtles. Some Starburst. And 2 pairs of socks in my stocking. So that was. Oh, and then I got from my youngest a chocolate hashberry deconstructed bath bomb from where he works. I didn't put that in there because it does contain THC, and I don't want any scent of that getting on my suitcase. So someday I'll have a bath and put that in there.
And get real relaxed. Yeah.
Wow. I'll just go somewhere that has a deeper tub so I can kind of really relax and get down in the water. But that was my haul. between yesterday and today. A lot of snacks that I really don't need, but once they're gone, I'm done with stuff. I gotta get back to healthy eating. So just gonna put everything back in there. Yeah, I got some gummies in our stocking, but those are already 2 lotions to a Sonic gift card and socks. Got a new chair for your computer desk from your mother. I got the computer chair last year after asking for it for like 4 years in a row. I think I'll leave the candle out because it's a little too heavy to go in there. Oh, and I got some gummies from my youngest too that are CBD oil for pain. Hoping to get rid of this Achilles tendon pain, but it helps.
When you shut the door on it?
The one that when my door hit, my hands hit my heel.
Yeah.
Some days I think it feels better, and other days it doesn't. Okay, I'll leave that open to dry out. I'm gonna pom here all over the place. Scott just said hi. Didn't miss anything else. Okay. Let's save it for a better one. This will come from KB, and it's going to cost me it. Well, the one I really liked was sort of a gaming chair, but I don't game. You don't need a gaming chair if you don't game. Well, I want something comfortable, so that's why. But this one has good back support, and I can lean back, or I can fix the thing here, and it sits me up straight, which I kind of like leaning back. I'm going to end up taking this off because it's too hot. I could have put my reindeer antlers on, but then they bug me to it.
Well, you'll need it tomorrow. It's going to snow.
Oh, it's supposed to be like freezing rain starting tomorrow around here.
Yeah, I was watching a guy named Kevin. He's originally out New York, I think he said. But anyway, he lived in Florida, but he's a traveler. Just got back from Korea. And now he's in Toronto, Canada. And today he's walking down Toronto. I can't find anything to eat. Nothing's open. And someone said the only thing you're going to find is Korean, Japanese kind of places. So he looked that up and found a restaurant and went and ate noodles.
I took a picture. Somebody posted what opened today, and both A&W locations were open. There was a dessert cafe, a coffee shop, about 3 or 4 East Indian places. The one Tim Hortons location. There's a couple pizza places. Old Country Diner. I like going there. I haven't been there for a while. The casino restaurant was open. A couple Little Caesars. Subway, only one location was open. Two Amigos, well, that's a bar, like a bar too. So yeah, there wasn't a lot open. Like one Tim Hortons location open for the whole city.
Well, I got chocolate from my daughter. The best chocolate in Florida.
Nice.
Right? If anybody ever goes to Orlando, they have a free chocolate tour, which is not very big. It's just 2 little windows you pass, and you can see the inside where they make the stuff. But
that's pretty cool.
Chocolates. So what I think.
Well, I got some of my favorites. I love turtles. I got a couple Aero bars, and then
I know I want an Aero bar.
I like these marshmallow bananas, and that's the one thing I got into in there. I made cinnamon rolls, just Pillsbury cinnamon rolls, and
right.
I made a couple quiches. One with mushrooms and one without.
Yeah. Well, let me go. I got to move Candy. She's laying where I told her not to lay. But she's still hanging in there. But she's ate more today than she has in a week. Not her food, people food. But I said, if you want my whole turkey, I want turkey, Cornish hen, I'll give you the whole thing, you know.
That's the way we were with Callie those last few weeks. It was like, hey, whatever you want to eat, as long as it's not something that's going to upset his stomach.
Yep. That's what I say. But she's laying in the wrong spot and I need to move her. Would you like to go see Uncle Ian?
Great business where Sean lives called Chocoholic Tours. Did one of their tours. Your first visit to Melbourne.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Candy girl.
So, Mommy woke me up.
How dare she?
Yeah. Yeah, but she's 8 today. And when I see it sit there put it in front of her, she'll eat a bite, and I went to move it, and she like almost grabbed it but left it. So I said, I'll leave it alone, and a few minutes later it was gone. So I guess it takes her a while to get her breath back to eat more.
Yeah. And you can tell her she's having trouble breathing there.
Yeah, she does. Someone said I need to go get a second opinion. So, I don't know. Give it a few more days and see what happens.
Maybe why she picked up pneumonia when you were there before.
Yeah, she had pneumonia. And he didn't say it was pneumonia or anything because if I hold her up, you'll see the big knots on her boobs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sent me pictures.
Yeah.
But
I thought it might be mastitis. But he said no.
But the pneumonia she might have picked up easily because her immune system's already compromised.
Yeah. So.
Hang in there through Christmas there, girl.
Yeah. And we'll put her on the couch and, hang in there for a while longer, I hope. Maybe they're wrong. And maybe she doesn't need antibiotics. So I may think about taking her on Monday after the holiday rush is over the weekend. If she's still around. There you go. All right. Put her back in the spot where her blanket was. Anyway, and I got myself a necklace for Christmas. Nobody else would.
Sometimes you gotta just treat yourself.
Yeah, and I did. So the earrings that match it and the necklace.
Self-care is important. I wore a necklace and earrings yesterday that I hadn't worn. I don't even know if I worn them before, but I've had them forever. And it was a silver necklace and had little snowflakes hanging down. The earrings had little snowflakes, but the only problem is like they kept catching in my sweater or my jacket, and I was like, "Ow!" I kept pulling them. So as soon as I got home, they came out.
Yeah, and then when I was out buying my mom's candy, I bought these little cookies, and they're from, I think, Italy. They're some of the best little cookies you ever want to eat. So maybe I'll find them again someday, or maybe they're just a Christmas thing But some of the little odd stores have some of the best stuff. Yes, product of Italy.
Oh, you were talking about when you flew Turkish Airlines and not finding any Turkish treats. I was watching one of the channels I follow, and somebody sent them a snack box thing, and it was all Turkish treats.
Wow.
A lot of it was like crackers and stuff.
Right.
There were some crackers. There were something like goldfish, but she said that the plain ones were more buttery, like almost like a Ritz cracker.
Yeah. Yeah, I got from the same store. I got the truffles, and I when I go to look for stuff, I make sure it's foreign country stuff because Americans is not as good. Anyway, it said it was from Turkey, so I took them, and they're pretty good. Yeah, I've heard of that Turkish delight made with rose water.
I haven't tried Turkish delight itself. Don't think I have. But we have a chocolate bar here. I don't know where it's available. Where it's called Big Turk, and the inside's like a Turkish delight with chocolate on the outside, which is one of my adopted son's favorite chocolate bars. I bought him one, then I ate it. Like, oh well, I'll pick him up another one before he gets around here. I did that. I got my oldest a Snickers bar.
Right?
And the one night I really wanted chocolate, so I ate it. My youngest gave me heck. I bought him another chocolate or a Snickers bar, but the other one I bought him was a double package. So the fries, Turkish delight, the fries is not the same. I don't think I've just had plain Turkish delight. Not playing with the marshmallows and eating them. No.
Yep, that's the problem when I set the food around the computer. I'm gonna eat too much of it.
Well, I have a lot of sweets, and I made cinnamon rolls. And I had a small amount of baking I'd done, but it's like, dang, I wish I had some crackers and cheese or some chips. I want something salty here this afternoon, but Joe also loves Greek baklava. Mind you, I do have a pretty big sweet tooth. I love baklava too. First tried it was Canada Day when I was younger. On Canada Day, we have a great big huge park, and I don't know, a couple miles down the road, they'll start a parade and it goes all the way down along this road and down this other one, and then it goes into the park. And then you get in, we'd sit and watch the parade come into the park, but then the great big huge main field, there was probably a dozen or so different different food booths of the different cultures. There was Greek, and there was Chinese, there was Indian, and there was a bunch of those. And then there was a craft sale area, and they had birthday cake, and they had some shows, like some bands and stuff. The Greek one, I used to go get a souvlaki and then a piece of baklava. I don't know if he's lurking or if he's gone.
Was here.
I know he spent the day with a friend from work or something.
Yeah, he did a live this morning, and I think he left. He must have left after the live.
Yeah. Well, we set 9:00 for an approximate time to, do presents and breakfast and stuff like that. My oldest slept through their alarm. I woke up at 5:30 to go to the bathroom and couldn't get back to sleep, so I just went downstairs and was like, "Oh, I might as well get things prepped for breakfast and stuff, so they'll be get cooked or whatever quickly." And then my youngest came down probably about 8:30. It was almost 10:00 before my oldest got here, and then Trevor's girlfriend came down a while after that. So it was probably closer to 11 before we had opened the gifts. Usually we open the gifts and then have breakfast, but we were kind of picking at the food and then open gifts. It was a quiet Christmas. It wasn't a big extravagant gift. Bless you.
Mm.
Wasn't we didn't go big on gifts this time for a while, so it's like it's just nice being with each other. And I laugh because every single year for at least the last 4 or 5 years after we open gifts and have breakfast, never fails. Well, it was before it was my oldest and their ex-wife. Now, still my oldest still carried on the custom. Hey, Belt Loop, how are you doing, Gary? Welcome in. Open the gifts, have some breakfast. Next thing you know, they're laying down, having a nap. A while later this afternoon, my youngest is laying down having a nap. It's like everybody's having a nap, but once I got to the turkey and I sat down and I kind of closed my eyes for a little while, and then after my oldest left about 8 o'clock, I was kind of watching some videos and dozed off again. Just sitting there watching a video. Next thing is like, oh, I fell asleep. We're just talking about how our Christmas went. How was yours, Gary? Just working, waiting for the end of shift.
Excuse me.
Danny's in bed chilling till she falls asleep. I still have one sink of dishes, not full. The other half of the roasting pan and a few things they're soaking that I just have to finish up. Otherwise, everything's all tidied up, put it away. Goodness.
The chocolate got to me.
We're going back to work January 5th. Then at the end of the week, I'm off to the biggest Elvis festival in the Southern Hemisphere. Wow. Sounds pretty cool. I think garbage bag by my feet.
You're going to an Elvis Presley?
Yeah, biggest Elvis Presley festival in the Southern Hemisphere. That sounds pretty cool.
Got an extra ticket?
Got an extra flight?
I almost got to meet him, but he didn't come out of his house. And he died the next day. Or died the next day. Sometime that night after we left, he died.
That's one thing with the first responders and the stuff that don't always get off on the holidays. I remember my dad's side of the family used to get together, and I had cousins that were nurses. Her husband was a firefighter, so it's like they either weren't there or they were just getting off shift or just getting ready to go on shift, so they were taking a plate full to take to work. The people we really need, and they don't get a break sometimes at Christmas.
Yeah, my cousin, my nephew, and my cousin's husband, he was working today, and my two nephews are paramedics. They were working today.
Well, I heard a lot of sirens earlier this morning, and both times there were ambulances going somewhere. So I was like, pray this is not something serious. I guess the other day there was a Monday, I guess it was. Did you hear the sirens? Like, what sirens? I'm at the corner of two main streets. The fire department's over there. The hospital's over there with the ambulances. I hear sirens all the time. But I guess there was a transport on fire on the highway.
Oh.
But yeah, I was thinking, I'm not remembering what time of day, but I did hear fire trucks go by. Because with the fire trucks, their siren is constant, but they lay on the horn when they get near the intersection. So it's like you hear the, and then you, because they're right here at the corner, and the next corner, you can still hear them. Had a wreck last night outside our gate. Wow. And people having too much Christmas cheer or just being careless.
Yes.
Well, there was. I remember it was on this side of the border or the other side of the border last night. Because my niece had her other grandmother's car and they picked me up, and I can't remember. We were going somewhere. I remember headed that way. I think it was on the other side of the border. Because we was going to have to turn at one street. We turned the street earlier because we looked down and it's like, okay, all kinds of different flashing lights down there. We'll just go this way rather than getting delayed.
Yep, our friend Scotty J and his husband, they got work today. He said it wasn't too bad of a day. They were expecting more because of Christmas and, all the fires that start with turkeys and things. But he said it was like a normal day.
I did see something on Facebook on our police service thing about an accident, but yesterday I can't remember where it was. Your wife was off. Did she do some cooking for you, or like spend some this morning with her? Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Langley Coaches Dubbo will operate a day trip tour bus between Dubbo and Parks on Saturday, January 7th, departing Dubbo, Littleton, and returning. Wow.
If I really had to, well, I can't go anywhere with Katie being the way she is, but one of these days I'm going to go to Elvis Presley thing.
Well, we've been taking turns around here cooking. But Christmas Day is usually me. I didn't even get help with potatoes this year. Sometimes I can finagle one of the kids to peel the potatoes, but not this year. One was downstairs playing video games, and the other one was sleeping. So it's like, got the carrots done, and the pot sitting there, just had to turn it on. So it's like, I might as well do the potatoes too. And then that's all done. Whatever I can do ahead, I do ahead. My mother-in-law was gave me the idea. It's like, oh, she already had her potatoes ready to go. That's a smart idea. Had them cut up in a pot of water, and it's time to walk over and turn them on.
Yep. As long as you don't keep them uncovered with water, you can peel them 3 or 4 hours ahead and just get them ready to turn on.
Although I thought I cut up more carrots and potatoes. Carrots, I think I have one of the little deli containers. It's about this big around. It's about that deep. It's full of carrots. And I have one the same size full of corn. And I have a medium-sized bowl of potatoes left. I looked across the table. My youngest went scooped, and the pile of potatoes was like this big around on his plate. It's like, can I have some potatoes with your turkey? Or they like putting potatoes, corn, and then gravy. I was like, okay. And then I accidentally put the corn on my potatoes instead of the gravy. Oops. The same stuff every year. $90 for travel in a 5-star seat belted and air-conditioned premium class touring coach. Especially this time of year. That's nice.
Yeah, you just gave me one idea, One day I'll go do that festival. I want to go back to Memphis and go to his. I want to go to Graceland and do one of their tours. I want to see more than just the outside of the gate.
That'd be someplace.
Yeah, the day before he died, our church bus was there, and somebody came out. The one he called his brother that worked for him wasn't his brother. He said he's not coming out today. Not singing with church buses today. So we said okay. Then he died the next day, at least sometime overnight.
Founders of the Parks Elvis Festival run their own restaurant called Graceland.
Oh. Did Elvis actually go to Australia to do any movies? I don't know.
I don't know.
I know he went to Hawaii.
I've been to Tennessee or through Tennessee a couple times, but never really just stop and see anything there. So someday maybe.
Yeah, I would like to go back to go to that Big Bass Pro. It's in a pyramid shape place that was originally built for a sports arena of some kind. I don't remember what it was for, but now it's a Bass Pro and a hotel. And the hotel is like an outdoors theme like you would get at Great Wolf Lodge.
Right.
And you can't go up and see it. You can't go in. You can go into the lobby of the hotel because it's downstairs. But you can't go upstairs unless you even video, unless you have a room. And I think it's like $400 a night.
Hey, Sean S. I was thinking I had been to a Bass Pro, but it wasn't Bass Pro. It was Cabela's I went to.
Yeah.
In Michigan somewhere.
But one of these days when my YouTube channel, someone starts giving me money all the time, I'm going to do the expensive stuff. Till then, you get the cheapie.
Yeah, I didn't get out to do the Christmas lights this year. I didn't do any video today. I took only about 3-4 pictures all day.
Yeah.
We just kind of chilled and hung out as a family. So that was.
Thank you, Joe.
I took a picture of my 2 kids together. That's in my profile picture. I took a picture of my oldest sleeping.
Right.
Took a picture of the 3 of them. I think that's about it. Yeah. No video. So I was like, I just kind of enjoyed things. Have a quiet rest of your shift. Hopefully, I shouldn't say the Q word. Sorry. Have a good rest of your shift. Stay safe. I know it better that being involved in nursing for years, I should know better to say the Q word. Be safe out there, Gary.
Because I took a picture of myself and sent it to my daughter in my Mickey Mouse dress that I'm wearing, and that was it. I want to take one of Candy, but I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, so I took more pictures of Callie in the last little bit than I did for a while. I was kind of shaking my head. Well, why didn't I take more pictures? Or take still shots up for the video?
Yeah.
Messenger call with Jimmy and his family the other day. Got to meet Nick and his girlfriend as well. I did a little chatting on Messenger today. Didn't do any calls, or nobody called me.
No,
But
I was going to call you, and I said, well, you got family there. So I called Dee and Steve, and they were at their friend's house, and we talked about 5 minutes. They were in their Christmas pajamas.
did
Him wearing
you see
her wearing him. Yeah.
her short? That was funny.
And they said to tell everybody Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. That if they get back tonight, that they might come on. If not, they'll see you next year.
Her friend ordered them. It was funny.
Yeah, the party they go to every year, they want them to wear pajamas, pajama party. So they went in their pajamas.
For anybody that didn't see it, Steve got a pair of pajamas that has V on them, and V got a pair of pajamas that has Steve on. But check out her channel. Call me V. She's got a short up there about it. It was hilarious.
Yeah. So
I didn't even wear Christmas pajamas this year. I have winter ones that says snuggle season on it. I wore those and sitting downstairs, but it's flannel bottoms, but it only has a t-shirt, and it was getting chilly, so I got dressed.
I wore my soldier men, nutcracker soldier men, whatever you want to call them, gown. And I wear it all winter long, even though it's supposed to be, I guess, a Christmas one, but it's pink, so I wear it all winter long.
I have one pair of Christmas ones. They were elf ones, and the bottoms had feet in them. They were so hot, I ended up cutting the feet off of them. My feet were sweating. And I think the top was like a long sleeve t-shirt, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't worn it in the last couple of years. I don't know why I still keep it, but it's there. I need to get myself a onesie for camping or something. Oh, the night before I had my fleece pajama bottom.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, it's good to have you up here, Joe. It's already 26th over there, isn't it? Yep, it would be. Our Boxing Day is here tomorrow.
Do you do anything with Boxing Day?
Nope. A lot of people used to go shopping. It's kind of typical of not Black Friday, but not around here because everything goes on sale, and people rush out to get the good deals. So so Christmas stuff that's being cut, prices being cut, or overstock whatever they might have bought for, I don't know, whatever. But I went out once with my former mother-in-law, and it was like, yes, this is not my thing. So I just chill at home.
Yeah, I used to do the after Thanksgiving thing, and it got to where I wasn't happy with the product because everybody else had the same product, and my daughter went off into college and did her own thing, so I didn't want to go by myself.
Boxing Day sales in Australia, people returning gifts they don't want or that they were given that did not need, while people who got money have to go and spend it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is they got to the point here, they won't take things on Boxing Day. They won't take them till like the 27th or the 28th. So it's like a waste of time going out.
Well, in the U.S., you used to line up after Christmas if they bought you something that was too small and you wanted to get the right size, or just return it because it was the wrong thing. Well, after people lining up out the door and around the block, They decided they would make it. You have 30 days to return something now.
Yeah, I know people used to go and exchange things or whatever on Boxing Day around here, but then you got to see signs up as like no returns or exchanges on the 26th. So you can't do it till the 27th or 28th or whatever. It's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, but they don't line up like they used to after Thanksgiving and Christmas. Well, after Christmas, like they used to. Because I think a lot of people now are giving exactly what they want, or they're getting gift cards, or they're ordering them.
Yeah, like if you don't know what to get me, give me a gift card.
Yeah. Or they're getting food, and if they don't eat the food in the house, themselves, somebody in the house is going to eat the candy. So why return stuff like that?
Well, we pretty much know in this house who likes what.
Yeah.
Because I know Trevor likes the Hershey's cookies and cream bar. He also likes the Hershey's, the milk chocolate with almonds. So I grabbed those. They like the Belgian chocolate letters.
Yeah.
They like wine gums. They like, it's like, so I kind of know what to get them for their stockings. And usually I try to pick up what I can at the dollar store, especially when it comes to chocolate bars, because I looked at the same chocolate bar at the Canadian dollar store, which is called Dollarama. I can get
Night, Danny.
I can get like a regular. Okay, night, Danny. I get a regular size chocolate bar for 95 cents. If I go over to Dollar Tree, the same chocolate bar, same size, is $1.25, and in a regular grocery store or Walmart, it's like $1.65 or $1.95. I'm like, I can get 2 or 3 of those at Dollarama for that price. So I go through Dollarama. It's like, I'll grab that one and that kid's one, that one, and I'll grab one of those for me.
Dollarama's close to you, isn't it?
There's one, I said maybe a mile that way. There is one out by our Walmart. There's one at the mall. They just built a new one in the north end of town, and they built a new one at the south end of town. I haven't been to either one of those yet. It's like going across the border here, and it's like every time I look around, it's like a Dollar General in every corner. It's getting to be
Right.
Dollar Generals in every corner. We have one Dollar Tree. And that's about it for dollar stores in town that I can think of. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm expensive. The 473 ml can of Red Bull at my local supermarket is $4. My work canteen sells the same for $6. The local gas station was like $7. That's crazy. That stuff's not good for you anyways.
Yeah, it is crazy. Everybody used to love to go to the Dollar Tree because everything was $1. But if you look at the product, you instead of getting 8 ounces, you might be getting 6 ounces. But it still was cheaper than the grocery store. But now, since it's $1.25 and up, you don't know what you get price-wise sometimes.
Our Dollar Tree, most things are now $1.75. So in this past year, they've gone from $1.25 to $1.50 to $1.75. Then there's some things there that are like the king size chocolate bar are $2, and there's some other things that are marked $2. But go to Dollarama. Actually, it's Dollarama Plus. Can be anything where it's from $1 or 2 for $1 or whatever, up to $5.
Right.
I liked going into Dollar Tree when things would start out to be $1. It's like, okay, $1, okay, and this is $1. Okay, I've got several things that I'm only spending $1 a piece, or now up to $1.25. But then now it's like $1.75. I'm trying to calculate in my head how many things I can get. I don't think half the time I come out of Dollar Tree without spending like $35. Actually, once not last week, week before, I went and got. They're like a corn twist, but this company is called Old Dutch or something Dutch or Dutch something. And they had one that was a salted caramel. It's a limited time thing, and they still had those. So I went and grabbed one of those the one day. That's the only time I came out with anything less than $35. It's a store chain here called 10 Tops. Nothing is over 10. One thing, other store I do like in States is Five Below.
Yeah.
It's like $5 or below. There is a few things that are more there. You gotta watch. But they got some good bargains there. When I dog sat, not last summer, the summer before, I went there and got quite a few things, and like a pop socket for my phone, and a charging cable and things like that. And they were reasonably priced, but I can get the same. Well, I can get charge cables at Dollarama. Can't get pop sockets cheap anywhere, but they end up coming off anyway. So I need to get one that has the case that has the part of it, the ring or whatever part of it. Because I'm bad. I don't do as much now as I did when I was working. Because I used to come home on my lunch and I'd be looking at something and fall a doze off and I'd drop my phone numerous times. That's why I like having the pop socket on the back. But I don't do that as much now. But it's hard to find a case for my phone now because it's so old. It's a 2018 Samsung A8. I looked at one place exchanging it, and they were going to give me a good deal. It sounded too good to be true, so I was like, yeah, well, hold on for now. And then somewhere else, they, you can do this, and then, okay, Joe, have a good night or day.
Good night, Joe.
Hey, Cam Fam, how are you doing? Merry Christmas.
Hey,
So,
Merry Christmas.
So the other place after I looked at exchange or trading it in, the whole thing, then they wanted me to pay another $1,700 on top of trading it in. It's like, oh heck no! I'm gonna pay those $1,700 and give you my phone. Nope.
No. When I was in Florida, I went to one of the outlet malls. Of course, they have what they call kiosk little people, and they tried to sell me a phone cover because I didn't have one on my phone. I said, I don't want one on my phone. Well, you drop it. I said, well, I've already dropped it. Yes, and the plastic on the front has cracked. But she said, I can't put it on my selfie stick with a cover on there. She said, oh, you can do it with mine. I said, ma'am, all the covers are the same size because I got the same phone.
Is there no video or is mine not working? I see video. Maybe go out and come back in again? I don't know.
You don't see Michael Ann and me?
I haven't heard anybody else commenting that, so I don't know.
We're just behind the stage talking about what you got for Christmas. What'd you eat? What'd you do?
Just shooting the breeze.
Yeah.
I just come on Christmas Day after usually my oldest leaves because by the time they stayed here all day, they're tired and that must be a glitch. By the time they stayed here all day and had supper and that, they're tired. And I think they're off till Tuesday, I think they said. I don't know. I know these two have to work tomorrow. I'm just gonna chill, make sure the last few dishes done. Actually, what I should do tomorrow is editing. I was going to do that earlier too, but it was like, because this computer needs to be plugged into the Ethernet cord, so it's like, I don't feel like dragging that all downstairs and then have to drag it all back for my life. So I just chilled with the kids. I got told, I'm not a kid. It's like, shut up. You're always going to be my kid. I don't care how old you get. I don't care how old you get. You'll always be my baby.
Yeah. And you still call them by their nickname that they didn't like, but they're always going to be that nickname or that little baby of yours,
Well, I laughed because Nikki's nickname for Trevor used to call him Stinky when I was younger. So the label that Trevor put on one of Nikki's gifts says, "To Nikki from Stinky." I was surprised today because usually they get into a wrestling match, even that, but whether 27 and 31, usually get goofing around, get into a wrestling match. They didn't do that until almost just before they left. It was only like 2 seconds. It was like, yeah, no. My oldest took karate for years and then got into mixed martial arts. Went from that to jiu-jitsu. And then I think they're picking up kickboxing in the new year.
So don't mess with him.
Nope. Well, they were goofing around and they pretended they were going to put me in a chokehold. And I was just like, gee, you're smart, Mom. You know what? Which way to grab? Because I said, I'm just a little kind of paranoid now. After the one girl on the horizon was unalived by somebody, and they said it was an armbar or chokehold. It's like, I just don't like things around my neck. I know Nikki wouldn't do that, but as I said, oh, hey, that's right. You put your hand that way, okay? But they're, now you see, they're still active. It keeps them out of trouble. And then they help out with a kids class on Saturdays. They work Monday to Friday. They have jiu-jitsu Tuesday, Thursday, and then Saturday was the kids class. I don't know where they pick the kickboxing in. That's one thing I am praying for the new year, is that their house gets sold. It's going back and forth from half an hour outside of town twice a day. It's crazy. And twice a week, they don't get home till after 8 o'clock at night after they've been in town since like 7:30 in the morning.
That's a long drive after a while.
It is. And everything they do is in town. But when they were married, their partner wanted a house, and the only thing they found in their price range was half an hour outside of town. And then they both worked in town. It's like, I don't know. You got to let them learn, make their mistakes, and learn the hard way. But
yeah. And you see a lot of these people, they find good houses outside of town, but they get to that little town and they got one grocery store, one little clothing store, maybe not even a Walmart, and they're going, why did I move here?
They do have a Walmart.
There's just some little towns with nothing.
No, it's just, well, they've been out there 3 years now. The gas and the wear and tear on the vehicles going back and forth is nuts. But you can't tell them what to do. They have to learn.
No.
Same way I had to learn too. I didn't listen to my parents.
But 30 minutes away from work is not too bad. It could be worse. I know some people drive an hour or more to get to work a day.
People that work in big places like, say, Atlanta or Toronto here, or some of the bigger cities in Ontario. Not too bad here, but London, Kitchener, Toronto, a lot of them have to get on the highway to go anywhere, and then you have to get traffic. They're spending half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour or more commuting and back and forth. And it's like, yeah, I get that. But also up here in Canada or northern US, you got snow and stuff. And then I worry more about them getting in an accident traveling back and forth because of the weather conditions. Although I didn't have to tell them this time to, message me when you get home. I kind of dozed off and my phone went beep and I was, oh, I'm home safe. Okay.
That's a good thing that they did it without you asking them.
Well, the plan has been is to sell the house. The ex has moved on with her life, but they still have the house to get rid of. But they can't lower the price. They've already lowered the price more than comfortable for them. The plan is for them to sell the place, and Nikki's going to move in here for a while, which helps us out with the bills and also gives them some time to save up and find a place or whatever. Just not sure what they want to do. My adopted son was supposed to move down there, but then move in with Nikki. But then he lost his job. He hasn't found a new job yet, so can't help with the bills if you're not working, or pay for gas to travel back and forth if you're not working. So just kind of a wait and see, keeping fingers crossed, saying the prayers for the new year that things change and that thing gets sold. It's a nice little starter home, or somebody who wants to downsize if they're retiring or something. But it's a small community, and it's like not. It was an impulse thing, and they were trying to make the ex happy.
Yeah, if I can't be around several things where I can get more than just one or two grocery, places, I'm not moving there.
I first got married. For a month we lived with my in-laws because the house we were going to rent from their neighbor, we had to wait for the previous tenants to move out before we could move in. Then we moved in there. But he had it up for sale. It had been up for sale for a while. But apparently I kept the house too clean because we were there 3 months and the house sold. So then we ended up moving into town. But we were 10 minutes from his parents, 10 minutes from my parents. So it was kind of it was a nice little community too. But I had a washing machine, no dryer, so I still had to bring, and didn't have a place to hang clothes in the winter because it was winter. So it's like, I did a load of laundry. I had to bring them into town to throw them in the dryer at my mom and dad's. So made more sense to move into town. And then we got a washer and dryer. Anyways, folks, pretty quiet tonight, so I think I'm going to wrap it up. You guys have a Merry Christmas and a safe rest of the holiday. I won't see you again till it'll be New Year's Day. We'll see how we're feeling on New Year's Day. Probably go live for a little while, but not sure what we talk about. Actually, yeah, I have some ideas. Take care, everybody. We'll see you later.
Yeah,
Happy New-
everybody have a blessed night.
Happy New Year if I don't see you before.